because I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't done this before. Haha! We are streaming. One might even say that we are live. That's just a little stream lingo. Don't worry about it. Hey everyone, how's it going?
We're here.
It's been better?
That is the most energetic intro I have ever heard. Look,
Well,
just because there was like a small TPK does not mean that it's the end of the world, except for like 2 of your characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways.
Anyways, everyone, hi everyone, welcome back to Curse of the Crimson Throne. We are short 1 player today, Spiral. He may come in later, he may not, but that is fine, because
It's chill,
due
he's
to
dead.
unfortunate circumstances last session, Otto is quite dead at the moment.
Very dead.
And Spiral is making a new character, which is already in the works and all that set, but it's going to take some time. You know, like, I am not the type of GM that's just like, and then you turn around and, oh, look, there's a character standing in the hallway. You know, like, that just seems too forced. The characters have to have some form of believable introduction. And so he may be a part of the session. He may not. If he comes in, we'll see. But we have plenty to do in the meantime. So, first things first, we're going to pull things back just a bit. A quick recap, though I'm pretty sure everyone watching, and you guys especially, do not need a recap. You, for the sake of the argument, in case there's someone new, hi by the way, your group confronted Gadrian Lamb, the object of your questing up until this point. I mean, the whole reason for you guys to embark on this adventure in the first place. You had a conversation with him that did not... Well, I was going to say it didn't go well, but I mean, you guys were pretty much planning on killing him anyway, so... the conversation went about as expected. The fight ensued, and a fireball consumed the party. A lot of bad rolls, both for and against.
1 point away from
Oh my gosh,
save.
it was so. I didn't do the math, but I looked at it. It had so Gadrian rolled really high on his fireball damage. And every single person here failed their save. And given his DC, you all had around a 50% chance to save against it, which means... And then the wolf hit Otto, which was a less than 50% chance, which means that is 6 die rolls in a row that had to go against the party. And if any one of you had survived, this could have been very, very different. It's the perfect example of why RPGs are dangerous. You know, sometimes Lady Luck hates you. But Gadrian mysteriously, for some reason, did not finish off Muri or Arlin. Or Amelia.
I was gonna say, when did this happen?
So I'm changing the script. No, did not finish off Muri or Amelia. He gave a reason.
I was gonna say, gonna have to resurrect the necromancer. This is gonna be awkward.
But he did coup de grace. I don't know. Is it coup de grace? Coup de grace? Coup de grace? I don't know. Anyway, he did unfortunately kill Otto and Arlin. Amelia and Muri woke up some time later after Gadrian Lamb had left and saw their companions' lifeless forms. And Muri began praying to Sarenrae to see if maybe there's something her goddess could do to save this disaster. And that's where we're going to pick up. We might be stepping back a little bit because I know that that's not quite where the last session ended, but I want to expand a bit more in that prayer and what happens. So, Muri,
Yes.
you are you gave a very, very touching kind of prayer last session, so I'm not gonna like make you repeat it or anything like that. I'm just going.
Do not remember what was said.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember word for word either. I just remember that aw. Like, it was one of those, aw, there's like ninjas cutting onions somewhere in this room. I gotta find that later.
The ceiling.
Damn, hiding behind my futon. Just bushels of onions.
Stars, ninjas.
So you get this this sensation in your mind. It's very distant, but it is a presence. And you hear in your mind, a soft voice that you have.
You hear your voice go, pick it up, bitch. We gotta go.
You hear a voice in your mind. Run, Luke. Run.
Off script. Come on.
You hear a voice in your mind that has become fairly familiar to you, Sarenrae, saying,
Yeah, she's the backseat driver. Yeah.
I am sorry, my daughter, but you do not yet have the strength to call forth my will. And then there is a brief moment of silence as Murray digests this piece of information. And then the voice comes back into your mind, even slightly more faintly. The one you know as Otto. His soul is spoken for, and will not return. But your other friend, there may yet be hope. Find my temple. Find one that can call upon me more fully, and there may yet be hope. And that is all you hear before the presence fades.
Okay, well, we're gonna kick this off by casting Gentle Repose on Otto, because I care about my friends. There you go.
I understand.
Oh boy.
I'm just going to clear these RIP.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, that was a dick move.
I didn't put
Anyways.
those there.
Oh, I know. I know exactly who put them there. I know exactly who did it. No. But Amelia, once she's done blubbering for a little bit, she's gonna look around a little blindly at first and be like, the notebook, we have to get it. And she's gonna go searching for the notebook that Gadrian cast aside earlier.
Okay.
Hold on, I can move your token, can't? Yeah. It was over here, wasn't it? It was somewhere over here.
Roll me an investigation check, please.
Investigation.
Investigation.
You get a +6. If you get a shitty roll, I'm gonna be mad at you.
Don't be...
Yeah!
Hey!
All you have to do is gently threaten the dice.
Yeah, 20.
20, eh? 20, eh? All right. First things first. You do find the book that he cast aside. It looks like it's seen a few years, definitely. The pages are dirty. They're written in a very fluid, nice handwriting, and it strikes you, Amelia. Your mind's a bit in a numb. Everything that's going on, but even so, it strikes you a little, like the little thoughts that into your mind where it's like, wow, this handwriting, her brother was so much better at it than Arlin. Like Arlin's handwriting,
Real
you
quick,
see.
I'm gonna hit pause. You do know that the stream can see everything you're doing.
Yep, I'm aware.
Okay.
I am aware.
Okay. A wand of secrets. I'm just,
Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't watch the stream then. Everyone,
I'm just reading
you
comments. Be
guys,
nice to me.
you guys are getting a sneak peek into what I go through, because Otto usually streams, but he's not here, so I'm streaming. And you know what? I got to look things up, so you're gonna see it happen. Anyway, yeah. So you've seen Arlin's handwriting before. It's illegible partly because Arlin's very unique in how she writes her notes, but also because she has the handwriting of someone who her mind is elsewhere. Does that make sense? And that's pretty accurate, right, Sib?
You can just say a college kid on 2 hours of sleep. We know.
Yeah.
But this handwriting is very flowing, very elaborate. And you also find behind the throne a fairly decent collection of stuff. Stuff that no one might know what it is.
What kind of stuff is it, God?
Well, I'll tell you.
Tell us more.
Actually, you know what? I can just move these tabs out of here so that you guys can still see the map and you're not seeing everything I'm doing.
Yeah, you've got 2 monitors, right?
Well, I'm no longer looking at the stream as per your request.
Well, I appreciate that. So, you find the following. And I'm just going to do this with less pomp and circumstance. But someone better be ready to write this stuff down. You find yourself...
Who? Who's
Crystal, you got this?
Yeah. You're
Alright.
dead. This is your job.
You find 600 copper pieces, 9,000 silver pieces,
Holy shit.
1,400 gold pieces,
Oh!
and 50 platinum pieces.
Oh
You
my god.
Find
Amelia, like, if Amelia wasn't in the middle of grieving, there would be a in the back of her mind.
You find 2 potions of greater healing, a potion of animal friendship, and a wand of secrets.
What?
Wand of secrets, which is basically, I'll just let you know right now. So it has 3 charges. And while you're holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges. And if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points to the one nearest to you. The wand regains 1d3 charges daily at dawn.
Oh, so it actually recharges.
Exactly, yes.
Oh.
So wands in 5th edition aren't, most of them, they will recharge. But you get less charges, but they're more of a permanent and rarer item.
Gotcha.
And one last thing that you find is buried at the bottom, a bag of holding.
Hey! I always wanted one of those.
Is there anything in it?
That's exactly what Arlin wanted for Christmas. Too bad she can't use it anymore.
We're working on it, damn it.
Amelia shouts at the body.
I know you can hear me, you bitch.
So, just so you know, and for anyone who has never seen this before, the bag is it's a fairly large sack. It's roughly 2 feet in diameter, the opening, and it's about 4 feet long. So, like I said, it's a pretty, it's like a big sack. The bag can hold...
So it's a duffel bag, essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It can hold up to 500 pounds, and whatever you put in there cannot exceed a volume of 64 cubic feet. The bag itself weighs 15 pounds, regardless of its content. And retrieving an item from the bag requires an action. You basically think about the item you want, and it will magically appear in your hand. So...
It's true that living things cannot survive.
You were thinking
in a
about
bag
putting
of
the
holding,
cow in
right?
there, right?
Yeah.
That was
So
my very first thought, was putting the cow in there.
yes and no. They cannot breathe inside, which means that after 10 minutes, they will start to suffocate. So that's not the same as just they can't survive in there. It just means that they can't survive in there for very long. I think it's 1 minute, actually.
Gotcha.
They'll start to suffocate. In fact, it might actually say...
I was going to say 10 minutes is kind of impressive.
Yeah. So breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures, a minimum of 1. Oh, yeah. So 10 minutes, after which they begin to suffocate. Yeah. So you could theoretically do that. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you can use a bag of holding for, which makes it kind of interesting and fun. But so you could theoretically put something inside it and it would survive for 10 to 12 minutes.
You just have to be very careful about timing.
But that said, normally I don't worry too much about encumbrance. However, that much gold and silver and copper is extremely heavy, but it's not heavy enough that you couldn't just throw it into the bag of holding.
That's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Yes.
So Amelia starts looting behind the throne. You got your Wand of Secrets, your Potion of Animal Friendship, your 2 greater... In fact, here, I'll just do this.
So the Potion of Animal Friendship, does that just give me a boost temporarily to be like, you're my friend now?
Well, give me 1
Animal?
Yeah, is it?
Or is it
a
like
boost,
you
is
feed-
it a boost to animal handling, or is it like
I
charm
will
person
look it
but
up
for
right now.
animals?
Potion of Animal Friendship. When you drink this potion, you can cast the Animal Friendship spell for 1 hour at will. Give me a second. I'll look up the Animal Friendship spell. This spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by your spell for its duration. If you or one of your companions harms the target, the spell ends. So basically, it allows you to try to cast Charm Animal, more or less.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, so it's 100 silver pieces for a gold piece and 10 gold pieces to a platinum piece. Oops, sorry, it's 50 platinum, not 100 platinum. Sib, if you're writing that down.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah, no, it's 50 platinum, not 100.
What is art for at 2?
Not the art. Gosh, I should have deleted that. So I'm not making you trade in a bunch of art. So I took off the art and traded it for the the platinum pieces and all that. So it's just 50 platinum pieces and no art. Everything else is the same. Unfortunately, I'll pull back the curtain a little bit here. The campaign that we're running obviously is a Pathfinder campaign. All the treasure is Pathfinder treasure, which means that all the treasure I give you guys from now on is gonna be completely custom.
Woo!
which is fine.
Feels so special.
So you put that in there, Miri. I imagine the prayer takes a bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll say that Amelia's
the prayer plus the spell for Otto.
right. Okay, what do you two want to do?
Oh god, how much does Otto weigh, do you think?
I think 170
How much strength do you have?
pounds.
We have a bag of holding. We don't have to worry about him suffocating if he's dead.
You're gonna put him in a duffel bag?
Do you want to carry him out? This is a genuine question.
He can be there for 10 days, and we have enough time to come back for him.
You're
We're
going to
gonna
leave
put that man in a
You're
body
going
bag.
to leave him in a necromancy pit
There's nobody in here.
that we know of yet. Right now, we're
And
going to
gonna
be
come
leaving.
back.
Oh my god!
You're gonna put that man in a duffel bag. I cannot believe you.
It's a bag of holding.
Give me a
It
second
holds
here.
shit.
Excuse me, bag. Could I please have Otto's corpse back?
I mean, look, it works.
I need to think really hard about my dead friend's body in order to make it appear.
I'm trying to make things run as smoothly as possible.
So, I mean, you could do it. The coins themselves weigh about 221 pounds.
Jesus age.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot
That's
of
a
there's
lot of fucking
9,000 silver pieces, and just so you guys know, for your information, about 50 coins is 1 pound. So, yeah. So that's the thing. So yeah, you could stick Otto in there and not go over the 500-pound weight limit.
Look, man, I'm gonna leave this one up to you. It's on your conscience if you put him in a duffel bag.
I'm trying to get him out of a graveyard so that he can be properly buried in a not zombie-infested thing.
Awesome. So he gets
I
to
thought
sit
you were
in
saying-
a bag full of lint. And
I thought you were
coins.
saying I'm already doing it.
How are you going to start? Are you going to start from the feet or start from the head? You're going to have to gently slip it over his body. No. I want in full detail how you are going to do this.
I feel like Muri's just standing by judging her as Amelia's like gently trying to scoop him into the bag. No, this is oh, this is fine.
You see she's dragging him towards it. His arms like splayed out behind him. Oh man, it's
Just
fair
like-
to say, Amelia, what's your strength?
Nothing.
That's a
Hold
good
on.
question.
Yeah.
It's not
No,
horrible,
I'm pretty
right?
Sure, it's decent.
Yeah, Amelia.
I might
hang
be
on.
lying. It's an 11.
It's 11.
My dexterity, that's
So
high.
yeah, 10 is average strength. He's 170 pounds. An average strength person, I would even say someone slightly below average, could drag a 170-pound body. So yes, without.
No, I'm bringing it back to him. Fuck that.
What's up? I'm sorry.
I'm bringing the bag of holding to
Oh
him.
yeah.
She's gonna roll the bag over the top of him like a
Got
condom.
it.
It's
Okay.
gonna be great.
So yeah, you're able to get him armor and all, with scale mail and everything inside the bag of holding. I'd say with his armor, he's probably right around 200 pounds, which means you got about 50 pounds left of weight in there.
Yeehaw.
Hey, Arlin, how much do you weigh?
You stick Arlin like up to her armpits in there.
I do like it's like all of a sudden it's like you've gone over the weight limit at the airport and you have to like pulling shit out on the baggage deck.
She's like, oh, that's not gonna work. Never mind. Sorry.
No, Weary has decent strength, so she will just carry Arlen.
Got it.
I have
All
a
right.
16 strength.
Important question, Weary.
What?
Do you bring the thunder stick?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm guessing it's attached to her.
Well, no, that's why I was asking. It's not attached.
Oh,
I mean, you
yeah.
can, but yes.
Oh, I was thinking like a shotgun with like a strap on it for some reason. Okay, my bad.
It would have had a sling on it.
Sure, okay.
So-
I mean, that's fine. That's more than fine. I only bring it up because of its size. It's big enough that I would ask, but it's no problem. It's not going to like add to the weight or anything. I think it weighs like 6 pounds.
I'm
or
guessing
something.
there's not a safety on that thing.
I
No,
don't know,
there-
Arlen.
there-
Is there safety on that thing?
There's a safety. There's a sling strap, so you can just throw it over one shoulder.
Remember,
Sweet.
kids.
Weary knows none of these things.
Remember, kids, to practice safe thunderstick usage. Always engage
use
the
protection.
safety. Never point your
Yeah.
thunderstick at someone, especially in an attic.
Oh, man. There's so many things I want to say, but I'm not going to.
So you pick up Arlen's body, and Amelia, you follow out carrying the bag of holding, which is surprisingly light, weighs 15 pounds. You pass back through where Thousand Bones was. He is not there. He's disappeared.
Oh shit.
Can I have my bees back?
Yes, your bees are still there. In fact, both of you roll me an investigation check, please.
Investigation.
Investigation.
Hold on.
Oh shit, is that table still there? The one that's in front of the door?
Yeah, because we blocked all the shit.
The table's not there. Hang on, I gotta remember which ones, because, yeah, you put tables in front of
Oh.
all the doors. So, I will tell you that all the tables have been moved. All the doors have been opened. Like, as you make your way out, well, I'll get to that in a second. Miri, you see...
First one was the +6 is Amelia.
So the
+1
second
is
one is
Oh,
wearing.
okay. Amelia, you see signs of like just the dirt and stuff on the floor is disturbed, like someone was dragging themselves that way.
Mm-hmm. Which way?
out.
This way.
I can't see anything.
You're not on our
I
player.
need you guys to get on my level. My
We
GM
can't
level.
do it.
I know, I'm sorry. The funny thing is the chat could see it. 'Cause they
Yeah,
can see
that's so
GM stuff
helpful
today.
to
I know.
us.
Sorry, it went this way.
Okay. And the door to the monster pit room, whatever the fuck, is open.
Open, and there is no one there. And the table by the door where you heard noises on the other side, that is open as well, and there's no one there. Basically, if there was anything else in this dungeon, it is not there now, except for the Sturges. Everything has left or been gone, which means that you were probably out for some time, honestly.
That's concerning. All right.
Especially since people don't usually, if they're knocked out for more than a few minutes, that might mean brain damage. No, you're fine. You don't feel brain damage. But
shit.
But like that's the thing in movies. Like you know, in movies they choke people out and they stay unconscious for hours. That's not good.
No, it's not.
You're being pinged by your sister.
Yes.
No, nothing. Sorry, wrong thing.
All right.
Could I roll a quick investigation to see if there is anything that we missed in the rooms or in the new rooms?
Well,
we were making a beeline for the door, no pun intended.
Well, when you guys get to this next room down here, you see Thousand Bones slowly crawling. No, slowly crawling across the floor towards the exit.
He's just covered in bees.
No, your bees are back with you.
Well, no, because they were under orders.
Okay. If they were, sorry, it's been a while. If they were under orders, then yes, he would be covered in bees.
Yeah, covered in bees. I've picked up the hive, so.
And Thousand Bones, he looks like he is completely exhausted. He's missing an arm, obviously, and he's just on the floor. And when you walk in the room, he looks up and he sees Muri carrying Arlin, and he goes, "No." "No. I feared the worst when Gadrian left." And then he just kind of sits there stunned.
Why did I have to make a crybaby? Amelia's
I just don't think that she's like stopped crying at any point. It's just
even when she was
continuous
looting,
waterfall.
She's like putting things in the bag of holding.
Pretty much. Oh my god.
How badly wounded is he?
He's
he
more
better or worse than us?
It's a weird thing. He's not in danger of dying. He has had an arm removed, though it has been cared for, which means that he is not in great shape in any way, shape, or form. But his biggest concern seems to be exhaustion at the moment. He will not die from his wounds.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right. At this point, Amelia's gonna try and help him up and make her way towards like a spot for him to sit or something like that. Because she's
he'll
like,
let
that
you help
isn't
him up,
on
definitely. No,
Yeah.
he will let you help him up, and he'll say, "Is there nothing you can do?"
Internally, not at this level.
Yeah. A gentle voice from the heavens. She's level 5. Not at this time, but there is still hope.
I see. He kind of like shakes his head. I know one thing, but it is dangerous. Do you not have healers in this great city that can help her? Please, you have to help her. She's like a daughter to me.
Amelia looks at Weary.
Weary sort of sighs and continues on her way out.
We'll take that as a solid maybe, she says, turning to Thousand Bones.
Helping him along after Murray. He remains silent in contemplative thought.
So do I actually get to see this room?
Which room?
I don't think there's anything in there.
The one that the monster was in?
Sure. Hang on 1
I
second.
think there was shit down here, and there was shit up there too.
Uno momento, por favors.
Get all the black crap off the. You should clear this piece away too, please.
Oh my god.
That's really bugging me.
Which piece? Which piece?
This one right here.
The random speck of black.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me just reveal the whole
shindig.
Hey, there we go. Okay.
Hey.
Well,
so, you see what was there, but everything's gone. It looks like over down here, there were some sort of pits where maybe they kept slaves or experiments or something, but it looks like something lived there. Some sort of holding cells. In here, it looks like this was at one point a pantry, though everything in there is smashed and broken.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. The sturges are still there.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
We're not bringing those.
I'm not even looking in any of these rooms. I'm just like, there's the exit. See ya.
So you guys, you make your way out of the dungeon. Take some time, but you are able to get out of the dungeon and into the gray. Where are you heading?
I suppose you should remove Otto's token from the sidelines.
I suppose so.
I think Serenre's temple is somewhere over here. It's somewhere in.
I thought it was
area.
The South Shore area. Was it?
That's just according to the map that is in the little like.
Oh,
yeah.
The deities.
It's too many handouts.
Whichever map. I guess maybe this one. No.
So here's the thing. There is a Serenre temple there. There is one more closer to the orphanage, which is the one you usually frequent. However, that is literally all the way across town.
Yeah. So
I imagine that we've been to this one too.
Oh yeah, I imagine Murray's been to both of them.
Oh, what's the I remember your description of him, but I do not remember his name. The dude who runs the chapel that's closer to the orphanage.
Yes, the old
Red
priest.
hair.
I don't have his name in front of me, but he does not run this one.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to call for him.
Oh, okay, I see. I don't have his name in front of me. I'll tell you what. Okay, so you get to the temple, and the temple itself is...
Do the clerics of the Grey stop us on the way out? Is there any...
No, the only people you ran into on the way out were the guards at the original gate. They see you... Actually, that's a good point. They see you coming, and they see your party composition is a little different. And they say...
I mean, we're carrying a corpse.
Right.
So...
And one of the guards says... Things not go well. Are you all right?
Amelia looks up, Ghibli tears streaming down her face.
Yeah, you see him. He looks like, one of those people that they just don't know what to say. Like he knows that you're carrying a corpse. So, "Are you all right?" is probably not the right words to use. But what do you say in a situation like that? He's just kind of a sympathetic look on his face.
He's not one of the clerics, is he? Is he just a...
No, he's just a guard.
Okay.
Amelia's going to tell him where the hidey hole that Gadrian carved out is, and tell him that it has been cleared of the undead.
Weary will go a little bit further and tell him in a frostily, angry voice that it was not only just undead, but an active den of a necromancer that went unseen and unmanaged by the clerics.
I see. Well, we will be sure to let them know. And once we verify it, of course, we will... well, how can we find you to give you your payment?
She rattles off her address.
All right, and he'll nod and he'll say, "We will ensure that you are fairly paid."
Did you or did you not pick up Otto?
Yeah, it's in the bag.
It's in the duffel bag.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
We had an entire argument.
I
over
know,
this.
and I was so wrapped up in the argument that I didn't remember if you actually did it.
Oh my god. On our way out, Amelia over her shoulder is going to go, "Be careful of the sturges," and walk out.
They're guards. They're not afraid of a few sturges. They're big, brave, tough people after you cleared it out.
Uh-huh.
The
So-
sturges aren't mages.
It's okay. Weary will be returning in person to tear the clerics a new one. So we'll be revisiting.
She's gonna whip out the mom voice like no one could ever believe.
Oh no.
That'll be fun. So
Yeah.
you get to the.
She has words. I have a speech planned. I wrote it down.
You get to the temple, and it is empty except for one acolyte who looks very young, no more than 16 years of age. It is a young human girl with very, very red hair and red freckles and bright green eyes. Weary, you've not seen her before, which means that she's probably very new. Probably within the last few months, she's either been raised to the order or maybe traveled from somewhere else. But, you visit these places pretty frequently. You've never met her before.
Okay. So Weary is carrying a dead body. She comes in and she sort of looks around and quickly kind of lays out Arlin on one of the benches, cut very, very gently, and she will call the attendant over.
The attendant comes over wide-eyed because it's a small temple. She's been watching you this entire time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my, welcome to the Temple of Sarenrae. I am acolyte Lily.
Your name is Lily. Your name is Lily.
My name is Lily.
Lily, my name is Weary. I have an errand for you.
Oh, Weary. Oh, I've heard of you. Yes. How can I help you?
I need you to go to the North Temple and bring me the priest from there.
Oh no. No, Father Miles is out of the city. He's on a pilgrimage. I'm the only one. I'm tasked with keeping the temples clean while he's away. He won't be back for weeks at least.
Left behind a fucking level 1. God damn it.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't know her. Maybe she's trustworthy.
Amelia's like halfway through pulling Otto's body out of the bag and just
keep it in
slowly
there.
starts shoving it back in.
Don't take it out here. God.
Sib, are their voices getting quieter for you, or is that just me?
No, it's fine for me.
Oh, okay. It's probably
Okay,
just me.
we turned our mic up a little tiny
No,
bit. Is
no.
that better?
No, hang on, guys. I'm gonna stop my call and rejoin it real quick because you're both very,
Okay.
very quiet. So it's probably on my side. So give me 1 second.
Yeah.
And I'm
Oh, it's our word now.
Yeah.
Wow, that was fast.
No,
Damn it.
that did not
We
fix
didn't even get to say
things.
stuff about you.
That did not
Well,
fix
We
things.
didn't get to shit talk you while you were gone.
Can you raise us any more on Discord?
Yeah, I can. However, you're sounding very distorted, like your mic's way too loud.
Oh.
Is that better?
As well?
I think so.
Yay, nay.
Better, though. I'm just curious as to why everyone's so quiet all of a sudden. All right, Sib, talk to me.
Can you hear me? Am I sounding okay?
Wow,
Are
it
you
must be my
right?
connection or something, because you're both very quiet and very distorted.
Huh.
Crud.
Yeah, I can't hear anything wrong with you.
Crud. All right, you know what? Tell you what,
Besides
guys.
the
I'm
obvious.
going to... No, everyone in the stream, just bear with me. I'm going to start a private call in Discord and see if that helps.
Okay.
All right, hang on, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna go get ice cream.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're still very quiet, though, for some reason.
Is it better? I mean, is this
No.
better?
No, it's not better at all. Weird. All right, you know what? I'm just going to restart Discord. That's all it is. I'm just going to restart Discord. It's fine. It's not like we're streaming.
Okay.
Sib, go back down there. I'll be back soon.
Okay.
Oh, man, boys and girls, ladies and gents, I am apologizing for the technical difficulties, but I hope you can hear what I was hearing. That was no bueno. So, yeah. The priest of Saren Ray is out of town. I wonder what's going to happen now. I mean, I don't wonder, I know. Because I am God in this world. I determine who lives and who dies. Actually, I don't really. The dice kind of have more control than I do. Even the god of this world is at the whim of the dice. 'Tis a shame, really. Or, you know, or the reason the game works. One of the two. It's a shame, or the reason the game works. It's either or. And look, you guys get to see all my GM stuff, which doesn't mean much right now. All right, Discord's back up. Let me get back in. And hello.
I'm here. The day is saved.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear us any better?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I can hear everybody just fine. Squee, how's it on your end?
You guys sound better. You're still quiet, but you definitely sound better.
We'll just have to yell.
Well,
We can try and talk really, really loud.
no. I'll find a way to bump up the volume somehow. Everyone on the stream, I should probably ask, how do they sound, people on the stream? Because it might just be my headphones or something. Everybody. You know what? We'll just continue for now. Hopefully it's not that bad. I got you both maxed out on my server. I got the volume maxed out as much as I can. We'll see. Okay. Give me 1 second while I look up something. So,
Mocha, don't you dare.
alright. I'm good. We good?
Yay!
Yeah.
Wow, I can barely hear you guys. This is not good. No!
You need to go get new headphones?
Tell you what, guys. Hang on. I'm going to stop the stream momentarily in case that's what's... They sound fine to you. Why is it just me then? That's weird. Everyone else... Okay, fine. Hey, if they sound fine on the stream, we'll go. We're going. Doesn't matter.
It
as long
must
as I
be
can
your
hear you guys.
headphones.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So,
switch headphones.
perfect. We'll do it live. So she says he won't be back for weeks, maybe months. I'm not sure.
Very well. Then, Lily, I will need your help.
My help. what can I do for you?
How long have you been here, child?
2 weeks and 3 days.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Oh boy. Stop. I'm sorry. I didn't get my headphone out of my face. Actual face.
Well,
she's just contemplating life for the second.
You do hear a small voice next to you, like a very weak Thousand Bones. Then perhaps I know a way, but I would need time to prepare, and it is dangerous. My people.
what would you need?
I would need certain things. I would need oils and cloth and several other ingredients that cost almost 1,000 gold pieces. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's he lists off several things that he would need. And he says, I have the power to bring life back to her, but she may not be as you knew her. And
Mary nods like she's only half listening. She's praying in the back of her mind is what she's doing. She's praying for luck. And that the god of death is merciful. She sits down and she says, Lily, I will need your help with this. Do you understand?
Yes, I will. The blessing of Serenray be upon you. And she starts like moving like through a very basic welcome to Serenray, like, you know, the first prayers they teach the order.
Oh boy.
Is she capable, Squee?
Yes.
Is she capable of doing this?
Doing what exactly?
Resurrecting.
No.
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 Is there any way that we can do this through Serenray, or do we have to go through Thousand Bones?
So yes. So yes and no. Yes. And Thousand Bones will explain this. This can be done, will need to be done with Serenray's help, but it will not be the spell you were expecting. Does that make sense? It will be Serenray will be, you will need to pray to Serenray and ask for guidance for Serenray to guide the spirit back. Thousand Bones. So I guess the best way to think of it is that you will need to call out to your goddess to guide Arlin's spirit if it is to come back. Thousand Bones will handle the actual reincarnation itself.
Okay, done.
Perhaps you should kind of tell them what he's proposing. So.
Oh yeah. So reincarnate is a spell in 5th edition known by druids, where you touch a dead humanoid.
Oh, so she might just be different. Okay, so she might be a different race.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Might be. She'll have to roll on a table.
Oh, this will be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So you're gonna get a new icon no matter what. God damn it.
First things first. The spirit has to be found and brought back. So here's what happens. First, I need you all to mark off 1,000 gold pieces off your. We'll say that you took the time to buy what you needed or give what you didn't have. the Thousand Bones will draw out a magic circle that is unfamiliar to. Well, Weary, roll me a knowledge religion check. You too, Amelia. Both of you roll me a knowledge religion check.
Knowledge religion or arcana?
Religion.
Okay. Well, that's me.
Do I have knowledge religion?
I don't actually know what I rolled.
If you're not proficient in it, then you don't get to roll for it, unfortunately. It was still Miri. You at the very least know. This is. Go ahead.
I don't think you're proficient in it, honey.
Whatever.
Okay. Never mind. Continue.
You know that these are Shawanti religious symbols, and he's going to perform divine magic that is more akin to nature and druidic forces than religious forces. You know enough, Miri, especially with that role, that druid magic and divine magic are similar in a lot of ways. They're definitely different than arcanic magic. You can't just study a book and learn divine magic or druid magic. The main difference is that whereas your powers may come from a god or goddess, their powers come from the world and from nature itself, right? And you're familiar enough with Shawanti ways in your travels that you know enough to know that this is some form of druidic spell that is being cast, a druidic ritual. And Thousand Bones.
Are we doing this on the floor of this temple with this girl watching?
Uh-huh. Okay. Unless you don't want to.
No, I'm just saying this is going to be a learning experience for her, man.
Oh, boy. It's her third week on the job. She is what you would call a level 1 cleric.
Okay. That wasn't... Yeah, gotcha.
Fucking called that.
We gotcha.
Yeah. So... He lays the body out in the center of the circle, and you can tell from the way he treats her. He needs help, actually. He only has one arm.
I was gonna say.
No, I gotcha.
He got.
We're in this weird co-parenting thing together.
Right. The way he treats her, you can tell that he really does care for Arlin. He puts her down gently and brushes Arlen's hair out of her face, and after he is done and he's chanted for about an hour or so, and he says, her spirit must hear us. If you can pray to a goddess, do so now. If you can think of some way, something that would call Arlen's spirit so that she would hear you and come back, now is the time to do it. And what we're going to do here, ladies, and I've mentioned this briefly before, but both of you think of something, whether that is praying to Saren Ray, or it could be anything that you can think of that would mean something to you, to God, to your God, to Arlen themselves. Maybe it's something you and Arlen shared, or something that you think would get Arlen's attention. Something that your character does that is meaningful. Tell me what you're going to do. Then you're going to roll basically a skill check based on what you're doing, and if you succeed, the roll to bring Arlen back will be much easier. Make sense?
Okay.
And then
Do
after
we get
that,
points for good role play or not?
so yes, depending on what you choose to do and how good your role play is, it depends on how easy the DC of your check is. And then I'll let you know right now, every time you succeed, right now it's starting off at 10. Basically, it's a 50-50 shot. They got to roll a 10 for Arlen to come back. If you succeed in your check with whatever you do, it's easier by 3. So if both of you succeed, then they just need a 4 or higher for Arlen to come back. Make sense? But what your role player decision will determine is how easy your success is. So, which of you would like to go first?
Me? Oh, wait.
Shambo.
Oh, sorry. We're playing. Hold on. We're rock, paper, scissoring this.
Okay, got it.
Okay, ready? Ready?
Whoever loses goes first.
Damn. Okay. All right. Ready? Ready? 1.
All right, hang on. Rock, paper, scissors, go.
Okay, I lost, so I get to go first.
Okay.
I fucking never win. I never win. Rock, paper, scissors, ever.
Hello, you're not the one dead, so who's at a loss here?
Alright, look, I don't win rock, paper, scissors, but I occasionally do okay with a d20. That's the only reason we're still alive. If this entire game were based off of nothing but Rochambeau, she'd be dead.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Alright, so what's Miri doing?
So Miri will start. She starts out with a prayer to Sarah and Ray, and it feels hopeless, and it feels like she's reaching with no answer, and it kind of trails off into just thoughts, just remembering a quiet conversation over the kitchen table, remembering the hole in her attic that she's not really mad about, remembering, Arlin staying behind her when asked, and respecting her views on the dead, and quietly explaining something, and feeling like she's filling a role that wasn't there before, but that Arlin is allowing her to fill.
Okay. And so you're kind of like praying to Sarah and Ray and to Arlin herself, like calling out to her? Okay. Roll me a d20, add your religion. So do a religion check for me, please.
Religion check. Boy. And as she does that, she just sort of says to herself, "Child, there's always more time to do it right." What's up?
Shit, I can't hear anyone.
Oh, hey, Spiral.
Welcome to the party. I rolled a 16. I don't know what that means.
It means you succeeded. Well done.
Yay.
You pray, and you get Lily to pray with you, though you have no idea how effective.
Level 1 cleric.
It's cool. You can very much tell that she's treating Lily. She's just like automatically identified Lily as someone who needs guidance and help, and is absolutely treating her as one of her orphanage kids.
Got it.
So
Understood.
like, she's very gently sort of letting Lily sit next to her, and sort of even saying the prayer out loud so that she can follow along.
And she does so dutifully, enthusiastically even. Real quick. Hi, Spiral. Can you hear us?
Hi, what's up?
Yeah, I'm a bad person.
Oh, don't worry about it. Honestly, my friend, the parts we're going through right now, your character's kind of dead. So he's actually in the bag of holding at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm in
That
a bag of
was
holding.
not my
Yes.
decision. I'll have you know.
Yep.
Well, that's good. I have excuses, but I won't tie up your stream time with them.
All right. That's
I'm
more
here
than
now.
fine. Sure. I'll get with you in just a minute. But we are. So, Murray, you succeeded on your skill check. Well done. So
Yay.
so now the save to bring Arlen back is a DC 7.
Okay.
Amelia.
And so then it's my turn, I guess.
Yes.
Do we need to Rochambeau one more time just for you to feel good about yourself? Because you know I'll leave.
What does
Just
Amelia
boost
do
your confidence.
to try and find Arlen's spirit?
Well,
Pick up the gun and put it in the circle.
briefly contemplate blowing her own head off. She starts off not really knowing what to say. Like, she thinks about praying to like Serenray or one of the gods, and then she's like, no, fuck it, there's no point. I don't have any connection to any of them. And she focuses solely on the awkward relationship that she's slowly been building with Arlin, thinking about just their conversations, how she pretty much confessed to her before anyone else that she, felt like she was betraying her sister when she was getting to know not Trent. Trinia. Damn it.
It's okay. We know who you're talking about.
Oh God. And the whole time she's got the little butterfly clasp that Arlin made for her, just kind of stroking the details of the wings. And the more she thinks about it, the more she realizes that she was hoping and wanting and praying that Arlin might be another sister, and that now she might never be able to get the chance to tell her that. And she really doesn't want that to be left unsaid, and she's...
Continue.
Can't just show me birds.
Continue.
Anyways, but yeah, and so she's basically just like praying and being like, "Come back. There's too much left to be said and done."
So let me just get this straight. Amelia is praying.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Amelia.
Yeah, much less to a god and more to Arlin herself.
No, I totally understand.
Because that's just what she does, apparently. Just pray to dead siblings.
That would work for Arlin.
Amelia.
Yes.
If you would.
I don't know if she has a religious...
No, she doesn't. But go ahead and roll me a religious check. She's not proficient in it, but that doesn't mean you can't pray just because you're not proficient in religion.
Shut it!
Right. You're in a temple. It feels right.
Right. Oh, dear God, please. 19!
Are you okay?
All right.
I just felt in my bones, just
so
like, oh,
here's what I'm going to do. I don't typically do this, but I'm going to do this now. I'm going to, and this is a perfect time to do it too. I am going to make the roll to resurrect her. I'm going to make it a silent roll that only I in the chat can see, so no peeking, you two or three. And then I'm going to talk to Arlin because I don't want you guys to know the outcome before the role play with Arlin is finished, because that's the way. So I just got to figure out how to roll to myself. I haven't done it in so long. Hang on. Roll 20.
Do you need to do a test roll first?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a test roll real quick. Because like I show you guys all my rolls. I almost never have to roll as a GM.
Should we just cover our eyes real quick?
Actually, no, wait.
And another thing that you could do is just roll some physical dice.
No. Because I actually like it this way, because that way I have a record. All the stream can see it. You guys just can't. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pull out one of my monster character sheets, switch the rolls to GM, and then just have them roll a straight D20. Something that he doesn't have a plus on. Something that he doesn't have a plus on, Squee. Maybe you should pick someone that's not that awesome. Character sheet. Oh, for the love of... Alright, that's fine.
Count your losers. I don't have any losers.
I just need someone that doesn't have a plus to something. Good lord.
You could also subtract that plus.
I could. There we go. No, I found one. All right. So this is going to go to the GM. And here's how it is. Since you both succeeded in your check, they literally just have to get a 4 or higher. So a 1, a 2, or a 3, and Arlen's soul is just can't be reached. Also, I do need to ask Sib, would
Yeah.
Arlen want to come back? Because if Arlen doesn't want to come back, no praying in the world would matter.
Oh. Arlen is conflicted, but overall, yes.
Okay. And keep in mind, too, this is assuming that Arlen hears the prayers, whether this is successful or not. Does that make sense? All right. So, everyone in the chat? Okay. Arlen,
Yes.
we're going to cut over to you.
Ooh, goody, my turn.
The last thing you remember is Gadrian Lamb flinging his hand out and a small red orb of light dancing towards you. And then there
Is
was...
this the part that we're not supposed to hear?
No, you can hear
No,
this.
he just
You can
rolled.
hear all this. I've already rolled. Just don't look in the stream. For the
Okay.
love of everything. Then there was a flash of light and heat and nothing. Blackness. That's all you see. And then an registerable amount of time passes. And you see a light. Not a bright light. Not like a light at the end of the tunnel. But more like the world around you starts to lighten into a gray. And you see, sitting before you, on a throne of ivory, in a world of gray, not just a room, not just a land, but you can sense, for as far as your eye can see, stretching in every direction, a dull, bland gray. You see, sitting on an ivory throne, a woman. A woman of beauty far beyond what you imagine, but not in the way you normally see beauty. This beauty is more feral. She has completely ashen skin and ebony black hair and beautiful large orbed eyes. She is draped in deep purple robes. And you can see that her fingernails are well kept but very long. And she radiates power. You can just feel this. Undeniably, this person, this entity that you are in front of is extremely powerful. And there's a few seconds where you're just sitting there staring at each other. And then the woman speaks. So, this is the woman who doesn't believe I exist.
I was clearly wrong. I guess.
Do you know who I am?
I have no idea where I am, who you are, who I am.
You, dear girl, are dead. And I am Pharasma, goddess of death, shepherd of souls. She leans back in the chair. I hold your fate in my hand. I judge all souls who die to determine where they go, to the higher planes or the lower. Tell me, am I so hard to believe in now?
No.
Good answer.
Questionable?
Stop laughing. I didn't know about any of this.
Didn't know? Are you blind, child? Our powers are displayed every day in your world. Your friend heals you, calling upon a deity. How do you not know of us?
Well, I guess the only thing I'd ever been told or heard really made it seem more like people had maybe a bit more power than they thought. Um, I I never really had any religious experiences until I met Murray and Amelia. And for me, until that point, it'd just been a bunch of stories. I mean, Otto had a curse, but who who am I to say that it was actually another being? Or maybe he felt himself that he was a detriment and harm to other people, and so he was making other people forget him.
She taps her nails on the arm of the chair. There are many who aren't religious, but few that have the arrogance to think they can explain us away. Oh, don't get me wrong, child. I admire your audacity. But unfortunately for you, it took, well, the ultimate price to show you you're very wrong. Unless, of course, you don't think you are. Do you think I'm just some mortal with a lot of power? She, leans forward.
Who am I to say? Clearly, you have a lot of power, but who am I to say whether you're mortal or not?
I don't know you.
Arlin, she widens her eyes slightly, and for a moment, for the briefest moment, you glimpse her true depth. You see, it's more like she allows you to see her in her full glory, and it is terrible and beautiful and stunning and overpowering. Just her mere presence. You realize now she is shielding you from her mere presence because it is so powerful that you would be struck dumb and drooling had she not. And it is not a loving, wonderful thing like Murray described. And it is not a terrible, evil thing. It is just there and sheer, unmitigated power beyond anything that your mind could conceive of. And all of that with just the widening of her eyes.
Yeah, that's definitely not mortal. So, I need to recalculate something.
Recalculate. I know something about calculating myself. Tell me, Arlin, daughter of no one important, where do you think you should go? Where do you want to spend the rest of your life? Your eternal life?
I never really thought about it.
Well, then let me ask it this way. Are you a good person, Arlin? In life, were you a good person?
I always tried hard to do the right thing. It never quite seemed to turn out that way.
Did you?
Yeah. That's the
Huh.
one thing I can definitely say is I always tried to do what was right.
Did you try to do what was right, or did you try to do what you wanted? I look back on your deeds, and I see a different tale. Oh, yes, you ran into the fishery and saved those little orphans, but you didn't do it to save children. You did it for vengeance. Yes, you may have killed Dervargo and possibly saved lives, but you didn't do it to save lives. You did it for vengeance. In fact,
I didn't do it for vengeance. I didn't do it for revenge. I did it because everybody I knew was being tortured or murdered by Gadrian. And I couldn't have a life. I couldn't live as long as he was around. So you can say what you want about why I did those things. And you can interpret it however you want. Perhaps maybe to an outsider, yes, it would look like I did it for pure vengeance. I did it because I was spiteful. Or I was fed up. But make no mistake, I never wanted to hurt anybody. I never wanted to kill anyone. All I wanted was to be loved and accepted and to live in peace. But I could never have that. Even when I left this forsaken city of Corvosa, I tried to leave. I ran to a cave to isolate myself from everyone and everything. And maybe I would die, maybe there at least I couldn't hurt anybody. But even that I couldn't even do right. And I got Satomi involved in all of this. And completely changed the course of her life. And, I thought maybe I had a chance for something peaceful and happy. And then, what happens? Gadrian's men track me down and use her to get to me. So, what choice do I have?
she listens to you and leans forward again and says, "You so sure that no part of you, no ounce of your desire or will, no small scrap of your body wanted Gadrian Lamb's death for your own satisfaction?"
If I was purely motivated by revenge, I would have tried to go after him that night in the lab.
I can't talk right now.
Kill my brother.
Sorry, I'll be there soon. That's not what I asked.
Well, you asked.
Is there any part of you? Are you so sure you were filled with such good intentions that no part of you wanted his death for your own satisfaction? Were you a paragon of justice?
I don't think any human, any mortal,
Yes.
be that much. Of course, part of me wanted revenge. That was my brother. He cared for me.
She leans back and nods to herself and then looks back to you. Mortals have a tendency of seeing only what they want to see. It is important to remember the whole picture. Even when you strive to do great good, you could want evil. And even if there is evil in some part of you, it does not mean that you cannot do good. Unfortunately, if I had my way, I would keep you here. You fascinate me. But Saren Ray has laid claim on you. For reasons I can't fathom.
Saren Ray?
She nods. Yes. She nods her head over to the left. And you see another person standing there. A humanoid-looking person. They are completely devoid of skin. I mean, skin? I'm sorry, hair on their skin.
Oh!
Yeah. They look neither male nor female. They look kind of amorphous or agendered. They wear nothing. They are completely naked. They have no defining features one way or the other, and they are held aloft on great white wings. And their skin is a pale gold. And Pharasma says, "It would seem that your friends are not quite so willing to let you go. And Saren Ray has heard their pleads." Well,
So Arlin, sorry. At this point, when you mentioned Saren Ray, Arlin will kind of whisper, "Worry." Sorry.
and she'll say, "I suppose our time for chatting is done. For now, remember what I told you, mortal, because the only certainty in life is that you will be back before me." And then, with that, she's gone. And you're standing in a gray void, 10 feet away from the golden winged being, who says in a very melodic voice, "Arlin."
Saren Ray?
It smiles. "No. I am a servant of her.
Oh.
Your friends are not ready for you to go. Your job is not yet done. Tell me, mortal, would you walk the world again if you had the chance?"
I know that I have a lot of things left unfinished, but maybe at least from here I can't hurt anybody else. Seems to be the one thing I'm good at.
Its wings flap a few times as the silence drags on. And it says, tilts its head to the side and says, "If that were true, your friends would not be trying so hard to bring you back. People do not sacrifice for other people who have not sacrificed for them first. To make such friends, you must be mistaken, or simply have not considered all of the possibilities."
Perhaps.
My goddess grants upon you the chance to walk the earth again. It is not a gift given lightly or often. A chance to finish your tasks, to right your wrongs, to make a difference. Do you accept this gift, mortal?
Is there something I'd have to do in exchange?
Your friends have already done it.
Then they really want me back. Right.
And
Guess that's where I should be.
Arlin, you can hear now the prayers of Muri and the words of Arlin. Of Amelia. You hear Amelia telling you that she had hoped you could be her sister, and that you can't leave it like that. You hear them as clear as day.
Never really knew. I never thought about it from their perspective.
Most mortals never consider such things until it is far too late.
I guess it's because we're too busy only seeing our side of things. Individual side of world.
It nods. My time is short. My goddess, her power is distant. Do you accept the gift that my goddess bestows upon you, mortal?
Absolutely. I don't think I could refuse.
Then, good luck. And with that, you feel a tugging. And you lose a sense of consciousness. And if you would please, now the fun part. Arlin, would you please roll me a D100?
Oh boy.
Oh, crap.
Oh, by the way, to let you guys know, the roll for Arlin to come back was a natural 20.
Fuck yeah.
What?
He rolled a natural 20 for her to come back.
I kid you not.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So I
Did she
rolled-
come back as a goblin?
No. So,
Oh, man.
I'm going to explain this from Arlen's point of... No, from
Wait,
Wirian.
Hang on. Ice cream is being put away. Hurry up.
All
Blue.
right.
Blue. Blue! Oh, fine. Whatever. Apparently, she's busy. Okay, go ahead.
So, Thousand Bones spell ends, your prayers end, and you see something miraculous. Arlen's body still remains there untouched, unmoving, quite dead. But next to the body, there is suddenly a 4-foot-tall mountain dwarf.
What? Okay.
God.
Wow.
You're a dwarf! Oh my god! That's great! Oh, god damn it, I need to redo your icon.
Arlen, your eyes flutter open, and the first things you see are Amelia and Weary's face, and then Thousand Bones, and then some redhead young girl you've never met before.
Some rando.
Some rando who looks really confused.
You feel stockier. Like your body's running into itself more than you're used to. You feel heavier.
Oh boy.
First things I would do is I'd look up and I'd see Thousand Bones, and I'd be, Thousand Bones, you're alive. You're okay.
Your voice is an octave deeper.
Yeah. He looks down and he has this huge smile on his face. And he says, "As are you, my child, as are you."
And like I would reach out to like grab his hand or grab him, and then I would kind of stop and look at my arms. I'm assuming assuming my arms are kind of shorter. And
Shorter and
stockier.
stockier. Yeah. So I'll hang on. I'm gonna send an image to you guys in Discord. That this isn't what Arlin looks like per se, but this is a typical female dwarf.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just imagining Arlen like looking at her arms and then flexing slightly and being like, "Holy shit!"
So just so you guys know,
Especially because you went from a very tall half elf to a very short mountain dwarf.
Oh my god.
So, couple of things mechanically speaking. You will, and we can adjust this later, but you will take on the racial traits of a dwarf, a mountain dwarf in particular. And you will lose the racial traits of the half-elf, which includes basically any stat bonuses that you receive from one will be replaced by the other. Any racial feats or bonuses will be replaced. And for the time being, so here's the thing. Normally when you go through a reincarnation, your thoughts are a little bit jumbled, things are kind of hard, you have some holes in your memory for a while, and it takes time for it all to piece together. But you did roll a natural 20 on bringing Arlen back. So Arlen, your mind is as clear as, I was going to say the day you were born, but that's a horrible
that's a screaming mess of that we just want to go back.
That's brain damage. That's excessive brain damage right there. No, you are as clear as the day you died, which is still today.
Yeah, the turnaround time on death for you is not very long.
Yeah.
How long was I gone? Like 3 hours?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow. I thought that. Wow, that was very fast. So I would ask Adrian, where is he? Did you guys kill him? And where's Otto?
He did not make it.
He was not so willing to be brought back.
Oh.
As for Adrian, he's
gone.
What do you mean gone?
He's alive. He left us in the cave.
Arlen, also, you notice you are lying next to you. But
roll for sanity.
But a you that is very, very badly burned and not moving.
Wow.
You notice that Murray is very singed.
And Amelia's just a tiny bit crispy
lots
herself.
Of feathers and Amelia and Murray look like shit.
Yeah. Amelia kind of looks like she was extra crispy fried and then kind of drenched in her own tears. So she's crispy and soggy at the same time. It's not a good look. But she eventually collects her thoughts and goes, "Oh, wait, I have this though. This is for you." And she pulls out the notebook from the bag of holding and holds it out to Arlen's freshly reincarnated body.
And she would grab it and then flip through it very quickly and then hold it tight to her chest and be like, thank you, you got my book back.
Thousand Bones, who's sitting on a pew now, very tired looking, says, I am sorry, Arlen. The spells I know are different, and we brought you back, but not as you were before.
That's okay. better to be alive than, well, not.
Yes.
Amelia nods vigorously in agreement.
Hang on, love. I'll be there soon. 1 second. With that, do you guys mind if I take like a 5-minute break?
No, go for it.
I gotta run to the restroom. It's you guys sort out your new dwarf companion. Also, Otto.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know that there hasn't been a whole lot for you to do. I'm working towards that. I'm gonna type to you real quick because I know we discussed this kind of briefly. I want to make sure we're still on the same page with that. So I'm gonna type that to you real fast once I get back.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
So
No, I'm just checking
my
on.
charisma went down.
Oh boy. You're a dwarf. You're a fucking dwarf. This is great.
Death from the knees down.
Yay. Oh my god.
I mean, it could have been worse. I could have. What are some of the options?
I don't know.
I know I was gonna pull it up.
You could have ended
It's
up with
squeak.
an owl like Mary.
Well, I asked, because Cabals aren't on there. But there's like a Dragonborn, Dark Elf, Wood Elf, High Elf, Gnomes, Half Elf, Orc, Halfling, Human, and even a Tiefling.
I'm not gonna lie, when he said 4 foot, I thought you were a halfling now. And I was gonna be like, oh shit. This is great.
Yeah. I'm like half my size.
Uh-huh.
You're 8 feet tall? Jesus.
No, 6 feet.
Oh.
Oh man.
Well, you're 4 feet tall now.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I can't do math.
No, that's proper mathematics.
That was the correct math. I just was confused. Leave me alone.
Wait, okay. I gotta find the mountain dwarf.
Well, at
Oh,
least
okay.
you're not just some common dwarf. God.
Yep. You know, I've gotta ask. I don't know if I can still shoot. I have to do some tweaking to my thunder cannon.
Dude, dwarves are the best with guns.
Yeah.
Well, I
man.
know, but it's a little long.
Just make it a sawed-off shotgun.
Just get a prop. You'll be fine.
Are you saying that little people can't shoot rifles?
I'm saying that the weight
That's-
is slightly different.
It's fucking racist, man.
No, it's different.
Oh my god. That's a happy cat.
I'm not saying that they can't shoot it. The balance is different.
Shooting wouldn't be the problem. It'd be like if you keep it on your back or something, it might be a problem. If it's too long.
Very
Well, now
different,
you can use
like,
a walking stick.
There you go.
Maybe not use a gun as a walking stick.
I think we as a party have made worse decisions.
That doesn't mean we have to add to that list.
You are no fun.
I know.
You are no fun.
It's terrible. Can't believe I shoved Otto's body into a bag of
That
holding.
was entirely your decision.
I
I am
know.
appalled.
I wasn't just gonna leave him in the fucking
We're
gray.
gonna come back. I have some clerics to rip apart.
This is true.
Sure, now I get resistance to magic.
Yeah. Now that you acknowledge its existence, you're like, okay, I can work around this.
Now I have to start going to church too. Mary.
Oh,
You
boy.
don't have to.
No,
I'm
Arlin now
talking
has
about.
to. She has to now. That's
She's
canon.
just like, shit, I have to be nice to these giant, all-powerful beings in the sky, or wherever the fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. I'm just imagining at some point she's gonna be like, so, Amelia, did you know about them? Who? The gods? What about the gods? That they're
Yes.
real? Yeah. Why is this a conversation we're having? No reason. You know any good churches?
Probably not the best question.
No. She feels like she has to go to Sarenrae. So.
You saved my ass, thank you.
Okay. I am the back.
What?
Hi, everyone here? Everyone good?
Mm-hmm.
No Spiral's here. I was just typing to him. Secrets are no fun. Unless you're the GM. So, you guys take a moment to kind of adjust, but you don't have very much time because as you're just starting to get over this, and in fact, Lily comes up and says, there's some guards at the door asking for all of you. This is very unusual.
Where he gently places a hand on her shoulder. It will be all right.
Yes, Arlin.
What am I wearing?
Nothing.
That's a damn good question.
Nothing.
Amelia's gonna give her clothes.
No, you were beat to that by Moiri. Don't worry.
Have a poncho.
Yeah, you're wearing a poncho.
You're wearing a very big poncho.
It's gonna be a tent on her. Let's
Yeah,
be honest.
it's very big, but you know what? It looks very stylish on you.
Okay. Yeah. I'm probably tripping over it.
Sudden realization. Oh God, I'm naked.
Yep.
So you get Arlen dressed. And Arlen, all of your things are there, including your thunderstick. Don't reach your hand in the bag of holding. You might find Otto's body. That might be a bit jarring.
Yeah,
but,
Amelia's keeping that close.
So Arlen, you can re-equip all your stuff, but man, this gun's a little bit bigger than you remember it now.
And also, like, nothing fits. My leather armor doesn't fit. Can you resize leather armor? Because that was a +1.
Yeah, you can resize it. You'd have to take it somewhere to get resized.
Okay.
If only you knew a blacksmith or an armorer that used to do that for a living.
Oh, it's too bad he got charred.
Otto wouldn't work with leather. Get out of here.
You can't stick a spike on that.
He has standards. So at the door, Lily, after you gather yourselves, Lily takes you to the door where there are two Kevorkian. I almost said Kevorkian. Jesus. Two Korvosian guards, and one of them, his face lightens up. You recognize them. This is one of the guards that you've met several times standing at the gate to the Citadel. The one that Otto once convinced that he was a noble.
Oh, these fucks. Okay. Yeah, we know them.
He goes, "Oh, you're here. The guards at the Grey told us that you were on your way to Sarenrae's temple. We assumed this was the closest one. Everything is all right, I hope?"
Moiri abruptly changes from sort of like the tail end of relief to balls to the wall furious. Not
Arlin-
at the guards,
No, I
but the
understand.
change is immediate.
And Arlen would just kind of point to the now dead body and be like, no. Not.
I see. I am so sorry. Unfortunately, I have more bad news. Or, Chrysidia, she's asked to see you immediately.
Very well. Though I will have words with the clerics of the Grey. She is very clearly booking no argument.
Amelia glances over at Murray and goes, "Should we drop Otto off somewhere?"
Lily says, I can care for the body here if you would like. We do have certain rights that can be given to it. I have the manual somewhere.
I think he might be needed at a different temple.
Book for.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Sigh of relief.
Yeah. Huge sigh of relief.
What's the name of his god or Gorham?
I wonder how he
Yeah.
feels about funeral pyres in the middle of town.
Yeah. Where's the closest temple of Gorham?
If there is one.
There isn't one.
There is no Temple of Gorham in the city.
That's unfortunate.
There
Maybe
was that
find some
one.
orcs or
There was
something.
that one priest that came to dinner, but you don't know what happened to him.
No,
Yeah, he
we
didn't
don't.
stay. He was very rude. I will not be inviting him back.
He didn't finish his crickets, damn it.
So, yeah.
So shit.
So we burn him. Great. Okay.
Right now?
Not right now.
Okay.
Not indoors.
Okay.
Anyways, are we going to go say hi to Cressy or whatever?
Chrysidia. Yeah, the guards are pretty urgent, or pretty urging.
Insistent.
Yes, insistent. There we go. That's a good word.
I suppose we will go to the fort. Yes?
If y'all don't want to go, Mary will go by herself. We're not required to come.
No, Amelia's coming along.
I was mostly talking to Arlin, who is now in a brand new baby body.
Arlen will go. Out of curiosity, Mori, what is your speed? Your walking speed? Distance?
So,
From Mori?
for me,
Yes.
30 feet, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's the average.
Okay, so as we're going, Arlen's gonna be like, "Hey, slow down! Wait up!"
How heavy are you?
I don't know.
You're
Average.
probably about as... You've probably just been condensed down. I don't think you're any heavier or lighter than your other body. We're just going to pick you up.
I can still walk!
Yes, but not fast enough.
She's not that much slower. She's lost 5 feet.
Yeah, and the city is still kind of crazy right now,
I
so...
understand. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not
She's
telling you not
also-
to.
No, keep her on one of those toddler leashes.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
So,
No.
you guys make your way to Citadel Volshnik, and they pass you through straight to Chrysidia's chambers, her office, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Thousand Bones actually said that he would stay at the temple with Arlen's body to finish the last rites to it, and plus he's too tired to.
I was going to say Amelia is going to let him know that his daughter is safe.
Yeah, and furthermore, Muri will extend an invitation and give him the address to the orphanage.
Yeah, he'll be very grateful. Absolutely, he will meet you there when he's regained some of his strength. But like at the moment, he'd not be able to make the trip with you anyway.
You can have
so.
some cookies in the
Yes,
meantime.
cookies and juice.
They're a little toasty. They're a little charred. They're still edible.
So he's going to stay at the temple for now, and perform last rites on Arlen's body, which is a little awkward, he admits, because Arlen's not dead, but the body should still be cared for. In fact, Muri, you find, at least in this regard, the Shawantis...
Actually,
Mhm.
can I retcon? I think Arlin would stay there with Thousand Bones. Sorry, and
Thousand Bones would shake his head and he would say, "It is not right that you be here next to your old body as I perform this."
It's actually a little bit uncomfortable.
Not for you, but for me.
He will put a hand on your shoulder, your dwarven shoulder, and
He'll
say,
lean down and put a hand on your shoulder.
yeah, he'll say, "There will be plenty of time later."
Okay. Okay. If you say so.
He nods.
And then you get picked up and taken
Yeah.
to
Hoisted off. They throw you in the bag of holding up to your armpits and just carry
Wow.
you. So you are ushered into Chrysidia's office, where you see Chrysidia sitting, pacing behind her desk. In a chair is Satomi, with a bandaged head and a you can already see a small, like, crimson stain underneath it. Or, like, soaking through the bandages.
Yeah. Arlen's gonna run up to her and be like, "Are you okay? Oh my god, what happened?"
She's
Who the
gonna,
hell
like,
are you?
shrink back from you. "I'm sorry? Who? Mary, Amelia, where's Arlen?"
You're talking to her.
Amelia does a little ta-da.
I don't... This... what? This isn't the time for games.
It's not.
Let's say
Just keep
someone
going.
met death, and someone came back.
What?
Well, you see, the thing is that we were in the graves, and Gadrian was there, and your dad was there, but he's okay. But I
Father?
wasn't. Yeah, he's okay. He's at the temple.
She
But-
stares at you, like, squints her eyes. She looks to Murray and Amelia for confirmation.
Yep. Murray nods.
They both nod.
Yeah. So, I'm just a little shorter than before.
She stands back up and she goes, "You're Arlin. Okay. Then what was Arlen's nickname for me?"
Princess Kitty?
"Oh no." She says, like,
Everyone's just exchanging looks.
she goes, "What? How?" And you hear from behind the desk, "Perhaps later there will be time for that. We have important issues, problems." You never came to talk to me after you went to go look for your sister, Triana. You didn't by chance hide her in the university, did you?
Mary immediately turns around to look at Arlen. This was not her idea. In fact, she was vehemently against it.
Well, we don't exactly trust the queen. And
I already know. Satomi has told me everything, and the entire city knows. Malaya Arconis turned in Triana, told Iosa exactly where she was, and a guard came and ransacked the lab, hurt Satomi, and arrested Triana. She is scheduled for execution tomorrow.
Amelia drops to her knees.
By the way, I might add, just because it's been a long time, Malaya Arconis is the same person that was dating Van Casterkin
That
and convincing him to do stuff.
But how did she know? The only people that were there were the 5 of us. So, like, nobody knows about the lab.
Well, I really hope we're burying that dagger with Otto.
She says, out of character.
Yeah. The dagger that I know nothing about because I wasn't paying attention when it happened.
so glad we're on the same page.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
So
picked
glad
up
it wasn't
on that.
Arlin's fault.
I mean, as a GM to players, I'm glad you picked up on that. GM to characters, though.
Well, it's in a bag of holding now, so I don't think it knows anything.
Chrysidia motions to whoever is closest to the door. Shut the door, please. We have much to discuss.
Well, it won't be Arlin.
Amelia's
Someone-
just like on the floor and shakily just like slams the door shut. Eyes just glazed over at this point.
Chrysidia will actually stand up. And the normally hard woman walks around the desk, goes over to Amelia, and grabs her by the shoulders and says, "We're not done yet. Much about this is not right. Even if Triana is accused of murdering the king, even if she is arrested, she deserves fair trial by the magistrates. Queen Iosa has completely bypassed them, has ordered an execution the day after her arrest without any time or quarter given. That is not right. I may be the captain of Corvos's guards, but that means I am here to protect its citizens, not its monarchy. But I am in a very precarious position. I cannot just openly defy such an edict by the Queen, especially when it is supported by many people in the town that want a scapegoat. I could lodge an official complaint, but it would take far too long."
Amelia takes the hands that are on her shoulder into hers and goes, "What do you need from me?"
She looks at each of you and shakes her head, and she goes, "I can't believe I'm saying this, but she needs to be rescued, and I cannot do it."
I believe that we had this conversation about Flack, and everybody was up in arms about how we shouldn't let Flack go in because, like, we can't break him out of jail because that's like the guard's place, and now look where we are.
Yeah.
She says, "If justice breaks down, then drastic measures should be taken. And some people may think that it is silly, but I think that every life in my town deserves to have a fair trial, and I cannot give that to her. But maybe you can, or at least save her from death. I brought you here to tell you and to aid you, though my aid will not be great. If you are to save your friend, you must do something very foolish and very stupid. Are you willing to do so?"
That seems to be my middle name.
She says to the person who was recently resurrected, someone who has a dead body in a duffel bag, and two people who are very, very, very burnt.
Wait, which is your middle name? Foolish or stupid?
Yeah, it's a hyphenated middle name.
Yeah. They couldn't decide on one, so they just threw them both in there.
Yeah.
Chrysidia says, Triana is held under lock and key at the Citadel. There is no chance that a siege would even break her out. The only time that she will be vulnerable will be the moment of her execution in the town square.
Wow, that's cutting things close.
Chrysidia nods. We have no other choice. If you try to raid the Citadel, a place designed from 1,000 years to prevent such a thing, all you will do is join her. But in the town square, where my guards are in charge of much, I can grant you a chance, at least.
We may need extra help for this.
Yes, you may. A friend of mine will be there, though I cannot say much more than that. But I believe you have a friend downstairs who would be willing to help you. Come. And she starts leading you out of the office and down the stairs to the jail cells, where it's completely empty except for 2 cells. One holding Flack and Toby, who are asleep cuddled up in the corner, and another holding a person. Otto,
What's his
would you like to
face?
describe... I'm sorry, Spiral, would you like to describe this
Oh.
person?
Oh man, descriptions.
Yeah.
1 second here. Well, he's kind of got a bit of an ugly grin. Some pretty bad skin. Thin
Tim
green
Roth.
eyes.
Just say it's Tim Roth.
It's Tim Roth from is that Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
It's Pulp Fiction.
No, you're thinking Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. No, that was the link I used.
He was in Lie to Me.
Mr. Pink.
That's the only one I can remember.
Oh. Okay. I like it.
No idea.
I had to Google it.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I can just put the picture I sent.
Hold on, Alora's looking it
Madam
up for me.
Artist.
Does he have bad teeth?
Not really.
I mean,
Oh,
I
he
know
looks
Tim
like
Roth
someone
probably
I would punch in
doesn't.
the face.
That is the wrong one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
All right, he looks greasy. All right.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely greasy.
Uh,
He perhaps looks somewhat disreputable.
The fact
So-
that he's in a jail cell does exactly nothing to help
Whatever.
his
Lots of good
reputation.
people go to jail.
So, Spiral, what takes place? Your character is awake and fully conscious and can hear all of it. So, feel free to do what you would like to do. But
I'm alive.
you see the captain of the guard, Chrysidia, who you know very well, bring down 3 people that you don't know, have never seen before. And they go up to the cell with that annoying, loud goblin that you have been jailed next to for at least a day now.
Really? You're here to see the goblin? Thought you were coming for me.
Not here for you, Murdoch, she says, and then she pauses. She gets contemplative. Unless... She looks back to the others. Oh. I am damned for this. Murdoch, you are a scoundrel and an ass. How would you like to earn
Murdoch
your
bows.
freedom?
Amelia's eyebrows raise.
Sure. Yeah. What's the catch?
Well, how about you just listen and then you'll find out. And then she
Could
taps
be
on the
hanged for
bars.
treason.
Flack. And the goblin wakes up. Oh. Hi. Oh, hello again. Flack says, very happy to see Amelia and Weary, certainly.
Hello.
Is Goldie okay?
Goldie is okay, but Goldie has bad luck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Flack have bad luck. Flack know what that's like.
We need to save her. And
Oh. And to spare some time, Chrysidia will explain to Flack the same situation. Like, I'm not going to make you guys hash over all the details again. Murdoch, so basically you hear that these crazy people are going to go to Town Square in the middle of a public execution, which, you know, being with your past, not that you've been on the chopping block or anything, but with your past employment, you know that those are very popular events. Lots of people. They're going to go to Town Square and try and rescue someone from the noose.
Well, that's just crazy.
Chrysidia nods and she goes, yeah. And I'd like you to help them. She then turns to the other three and she goes, Murdoch is an ass. He was one of my guards until he was caught gambling, drinking, abandoning his post, to say some of the nicer things, disobeying orders, stealing. He's a long list. He's been branded and thrown in here. But
and this is the backup you want to send with us?
she nods. Yes, because he is an ass. But he is also... She like sighs, like you can see like every ounce of her does not want to say this. Damned good at his job when he wants to do it, when he is motivated. And freedom, she looks at Murdoch, I'm guessing, might be just the kind of motivation he needs.
Well, real freedom would cost me a few thousand gold coins. Is that in this deal too?
She just stares at Murdoch.
I take it that's a no.
Very perceptive.
Amelia's going to go over to the door to Murdoch's cell, and she's going to narrow her probably rather puffy, sad eyes at him and go, "This is very important, I hope you realize. And I say that meaning that this is someone we care about. So if you so much as think of throwing this to the wind, just to double-cross us, I will end you in the most horrific way you could possibly imagine."
Hey, I may have a somewhat checkered history, but most of the time I'm a man of my word.
It had better be a guarantee this time.
I hate to admit this, but he's never technically broken his word. He's always been very upfront about his vices.
So you gals and this goblin are gonna go raid Town Square to save some other girl. That's...
She's more than some other girl. But pretty much.
And if you help them and they succeed, you will earn the right. You will have the right to earn your freedom.
Well, what choice do I have? Beat sitting in here, I guess.
She looks back to the others and she draws you all away And she says quietly, "He was one of my best guards. He just couldn't... He never had the discipline, and he has a weakness for drinking and gambling. He is an ass, as I said, but he is a damn good fighter, and you need fighters."
I don't think we're in a position to turn down any help. So, keep him sober, or provide alcohol?
Keep
Which
him
one works
sober
better?
when you need him. Actually, wait, hang on. Let me pause that for a second. Otto, gosh darn it, I'm sorry, Spiral, Murdoch, this man. Does Murdoch fight better sober or drunk?
Oh,
Christine
God.
would know, but I don't.
You know, I don't think it would matter either way. Both.
Got it.
It's called We Are the Drunken Fist. Thank you.
Christine
Well,
would
then
then
you
just...
definitely have to be drunk.
Christine would just shrug and she'd say, "I don't really think it matters. Just point him in the right direction."
It's like, you know those people where it's like, maybe they've had 20 drinks tonight, maybe they haven't drank anything, you don't really know because it's the same.
Yeah.
God.
It's like that.
She goes, "Look, the execution is set for tomorrow at 1 p.m. I have a friend who's going to help try to rescue her, but I don't think he can do it alone. From this moment, leave my place, and we are to have no more conversation or contact until this is over. Get your friend, get her out of Corvosa. I
Very
am
well.
leaving both of them," she points to Flack and to Murdoch, "in your care for now."
I will accept responsibility for Flack and for Toby. I do not accept responsibility for this one.
He's a
Fair.
grown-ass man. He can take care of himself.
Fair enough. And she raises her voice to where Murdoch can hear it. "If he tries to run," she shrugs, "kill him." And then she stares at Murdoch. "If they succeed, then you and I will talk. And you know me, Murdoch. I am a woman of my word."
Sounds good.
And with that, she'll open the jail doors. And Flack's just kind of watching all of this. And Toby pads along next to him. Toby comes up and nuzzles Muri and then Amelia. And starts, like, sniffing oddly at Arlin.
Like, "Hey, Toby, how you doing?" Oh yeah, you don't remember me.
So with that, I wanted to pull out a bit more into the narrative to as we kind of wind down the session. So right now it's probably noon-ish with everything that's been going on, which means you have about a day before the execution in the town square. Christinia will tell you, of course, that she cannot provide you much aid. What she can do is that her guards will be around the perimeter to help you escape. She's vague on what that entails simply because she can't be more specific without knowing how things are going to play out. But that they will be people she trusts that will do what they can to help you escape if you are successful.
I know a way to escape.
You do?
Sure. It's easy to get around the city if you know how. There's some less used avenues we can take to get your friend out of the city, no problem.
How do we get to her in the first place?
Well, that's the real hard part, isn't it? I'm just talking in terms of once we get her, I know how to get her out.
So you guys have pretty much a day, and I was going to handle it pretty narratively. What are the main goals you guys would want to get taken care of during this day? Obviously, you have Arlin's body in the temple. You have Otto's body in the bag of holding. You all need to rest. All of you, except for Murdoch, are exhausted because Arlin... well, actually, Arlin, I suppose when you're reincarnated, you probably were reincarnated pretty tired or worn out, so you would still probably need to rest.
Okay. I also need to get my armor changed and clothes, besides a poncho.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to, real quick, Murray will step in and offer Murdoch lodging on the condition that he bathes somewhere else first.
Not the most polite woman there, are you?
It is not my company I'm concerned about. I do not own a doghouse, so you will have to be inside.
A doghouse? Wow.
Yeah.
What lodgings are we talking about here? You running a hotel or what?
I work with children, so be on your best behavior.
You are gonna bring me to a place with a bunch of kids.
Well, if you prefer paying or sleeping on the street, you're more than welcome to do so.
You know, I think I would. Tell you what, I'll be in the nearest tavern. You guys come get me in the morning.
Worried looks are exchanged.
Flack is smelling Murdoch and then smelling himself and then shrugging.
Arlen's gonna ask, Murdoch, do you need to go shopping? Weapons, armor, things like that.
Oh, yeah, by the way, Murdoch, your stuff, your equipment would have been returned to you when you were let out.
I kind of assumed.
Yeah.
No, I'm ready for the job.
Says the dwarf wearing nothing but a poncho.
You might want to do something about your armor, quote unquote.
Yeah. Well, what about coming for some food? I mean,
Murray shoots her a look.
I'd rather him drink at, someplace we know instead of where we can control the amount of alcohol than having him get shit-faced and then be so hungover tomorrow he can't even hold his sharp, pointy whatever thing. I don't know if he uses a mace sword. He has a point somewhere.
Oh my god.
The colloquial term for a sharp pointing whatever thing is weapon.
Suppose you could convince me to tolerate a bunch of lousy brats for some good food.
I mean, where he is one of the best cooks I know. Just don't ask what the ingredients are.
Murdoch makes a face. Is it human food?
Oh yeah, it's perfectly edible. It tastes great.
All right.
It's just, it has some more exotic ingredients.
Lead on.
So
She is going to insist that you bathe before you come inside.
I mean,
Cool.
yeah, Murdoch will have plenty of time to get a room at the inn, and if he chooses to, he'll have time to bathe. But he's a grown man; he can make his own choices.
Yeah, well, if he doesn't bathe and come to the house with clean hands, he gets no dinner.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'll go jump in the river.
Scrub yourself with a jigsaw shark; it'll be great.
Arlen wants to also go and look at the lab.
Okay. So you go to the university, and you try and you find that your passage, your crawl space, or whatnot has been completely blocked off and boarded over. And when you go up like the normal way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see that there are actually professors in the room picking over the ruin and the wreckage, and you even hear, "How did we forget this was even here? It must have slipped my mind. That explains all the noises we've been hearing. Probably some squatter in here." And the lab is a wreck. It's completely trashed.
Okay. Would there be any way that Arlin could kind of slip into the back?
You're wearing nothing but a poncho.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of
I
wanted to
mean,
go shopping first and then do this, but that's okay.
no, we can do that like at the start of next session. It would be more than fine.
Okay.
There's a couple of things I'd rather do at the start of next session. For example, dealing with Arlin and Otto's bodies and Otto's family and things of that nature, which might take a bit more time than we have here.
Yeah, I have to explain.
Arlin just wanted to get, like, there was
I'm pretty sure she knows.
a piece of cloth that she left in the lab.
Okay. Well, why don't we do this? We'll just say roll me a stealth check, and we'll say that at the very least Arlin has clothes on at this point.
She gave her some kids' clothes, resized them.
And make sure to hang on. Let me see what the differences between dwarfs and elves are.
It doesn't affect my dexterity.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, you are not familiar enough with this body yet, and you step on something and it cracks, and one of the professors turns and goes, excuse me, this area is off limits for now. It must be one of those janitors. No clean now. Thank you.
Racist.
Oh, sorry. I must have taken a wrong turn.
Yes. And he ushers you out.
All right.
Arlin, much of your equipment that you used before has been ransacked and destroyed. Much of it.
Okay.
You went back for a piece of cloth?
Yes. It's the piece of the canvas that we first had to cover the orphanage. The drawing that she drew.
Aww.
That was forest area and our picture of what Arlin used to look like, and then a little box that she's been carrying around since then.
Mm-hmm. But doesn't mean it's gone. Just means you couldn't get it this time.
Yeah.
So there is one thing I did want to point out. And then we'll kind of draw the session to a close because I think this is a really good place to stop for the evening. When you get back to the orphanage, there is a package outside the door. With a note that says, on the front of the note, it says Vencarlo.
Is it addressed to any specific person or just...
Nope. Just, well, I mean, on the package itself, it just has a note that says from Vencarlo. Or just has the name Vencarlo.
Mysterious.
Boom, boom, boom. Do you read the note?
Yeah, so I'm assuming Weary is kind of first in line to go in the house, so
Sure.
she will pick that up and read the note, look over the package.
All right. The note itself says, it says, excuse me, sorry, I'm pulling something up.
It's a weird note to write.
Yeah. It says, a small gift to remind you that being a hero is more than just fighting. That's all the note says. And it's signed by Vencarlo. And you open up the package, and inside you find several sets of... It's interesting. There are 5 sets of white cloaks that are a brilliant white with a gold trim around the hood and the edges of the cloaks, and what look like half masks, almost like masquerade masks, that are a brilliant white porcelain with gold trim and intricate golden designs on them. 3 of them are fitted for humans, or human likes, like dwarf, elf, humans, etc. One of them is specifically designed for a Kadal, and one of them looks like it's specifically designed for a goblin.
Well, them's awfully fancy get-ups. Where'd you get those from?
A friend.
Friends in high places, I guess.
Amelia, if you would roll me a knowledge arcana. Arlin as well.
I think that's something that I have too.
If you're proficient, please, by all means. Murdoch, are you proficient in knowledge arcana?
Nope.
Nope. I'm not. Okay.
I don't think so.
Huh.
I'll check, but I really don't think so.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I got a 19.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Arlen got it. Well,
Mm-hmm.
he can't do anything right now.
Amelia, you can tell that the masks and cloak, they're kind of as a set. Anyone who wears the mask and the cloak together gets advantage on deception checks. There is a faint magic enchantment on these cloaks that help to disguise your true identity.
Fancy. Amelia picks up one of the cloaks and immediately goes, "Oh, this would stain so easily."
It does require attunement, but technically speaking, so there's one that each of you could wear if you choose to.
Except I would have to sew mine up.
No. It is actually, even though you're a dwarf now, dwarven heads aren't very differently shaped than
I meant the length.
Oh,
I meant
yes.
the length of the tongue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you might need to hem it a bit.
That's
That
something
is
that
fine.
Weary can do for you.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Murdoch would casually sidle over and without saying or asking anything would just sort of grab one. Just take it. Hope nobody notices.
Amelia gives him the dirtiest look.
He smiles.
And with
boy.
that, if you guys are okay, I'd like to end the session there, because pretty much anything we're going to do beyond that might take more time than we have, because there's some stuff to do.
Yeah.
Is everyone
Plus
cool
we've
with
got
that?
Yawny McYawnington over there.
Yeah. So Otto, I'm sorry you didn't have a lot of the session. You didn't have much to do. My apologies, but I had to. I've never been a big fan of. Oh look, and then there's a new character standing behind you.
Just a conga line of red shirts
Yeah, exactly.
waiting.
like Otto dies, and then you hear this like flash of light. Ready, player 3, and like Murdoch steps in.
Zones in.
Yeah.
So that's fine, whatever.
All right, so yeah, next week, guys, you got some stuff to do, not the least of which being rescuing Triana again because of a dagger
Yep.
that none of
And
you know about.
someone that their husband they just got back is super perma-dead.
Oh, I'm sure that.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Isn't that rough? It's like
Yeah.
it's like they just got him back.
Uh-huh.
Then he
Yeah.
died.
Though I'm not entirely convinced that his daughter doesn't already know, considering she's got an amulet that's
Yeah.
supposed to give her feels that her dad is feeling, and he's not feeling much of anything right now.
Yeah, no, but you're absolutely right. It is pretty harsh. They just got him back, and then
Like the same night. The same night.
I
Yeah.
promise everything's gonna be okay. Oh, sorry, he's dead.
oh
Yeah, that's
boy.
gonna suck.
And it's like, so we have his body here, in
He's
the
got his body in
sack.
his bag. Want to see?
Could you like here, pull it out? No, Arlen, okay. Could you hold there and reach in? Just
Do you know a taxidermist?
Oh.
do you mind if we sell his scale mail?
Oh.
Oh man, D&D is fun.
Yeah.
All right, everyone on the stream, thanks for watching. I hope you join us not this next Friday, but the Friday after that, which would actually be Friday, the 2nd of February. And we will be having a new player join us, at least temporarily. We'll see.
Are we not playing next Friday?
Oh, I'm free next Friday, I think. No, well...
I thought we were going back to the.
Oh,
the
we can
normal
if we need to.
schedule.
Sure. Well, which do you guys prefer? Do you prefer going back to the 26th or waiting until the 2nd?
I don't care.
I can do
It doesn't
either.
matter.
Um,
Just so we remember where we left off and we have enough time to like. Let's just do it next week.
Sure. Okay.
yeah, let's.
So the
wait,
26th.
Because that'll actually probably prompt me to be like, what level 5 stuff am I forgetting?
Yeah, you guys
Because
got to
I'll
level up to
probably
level
forget.
5 if you haven't already.
Okay, so we can do it on the 26th. It's just the 23rd we have to change.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. We can figure that out. So we'll do it next Friday.
Okay.
My younger brother, not Sib's younger brother, but just mine.
Oh, really?
Crystal and my younger brother Joe will be taking over the role of Flack, so that I don't have to do the NPC. No, because Flack's been around a while, and we'll see how that goes. So yay, new person. And I am really tired. So everyone, be sure to stay tuned to this channel. We have lots of pen and paper games. This Sunday we have Rifts going on. We've got 3 Galaxies on Wednesday, and then we've got Crimson Throne coming up next Friday too. So until then, guys, ta-ta.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.